Yeah, as long as it's not windy, it's not that bad. And the sun is out. So when we did this yesterday, it was not ideal. All right, should we take some time to talk about 2020?
Yeah. What's there to say?
I just want to talk
Just
about
how terrible it was.
Terrible, but all the things that we were able to do despite it being terrible.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had some major milestone moments in 2020, I would say. Right?
Yep.
Let's go chronologically.
Okay.
So we decided that we were going to sell our townhouses.
Yep.
Remember? So we started working through all that.
Yeah. And then COVID hit.
But despite COVID hitting, real estate is still considered an essential business. So it didn't really stop us from selling our townhomes.
Yep. 2 townhomes.
2 townhomes.
Sold pretty quickly.
One sold really quickly. We sold my townhouse in a weekend. Michelle's took a bit longer because we had to deal with the fact that her tenant left it in pretty rough shape.
Yep.
So
holes in the walls and some other damage that needed to be repaired.
So we had to do all that. We did also make some upgrades, so we got new appliances, painted,
Yep.
did we? Right?
Yep, painted, repaired things.
And yeah, but I think closing on both townhouses was also a hoot because it was not traditional.
Yeah.
We never met the sellers.
Right.
Oh, I need to switch hands.
You want me over here?
Yeah. We're gonna have to do this a couple times.
Okay.
Closing was weird because we never met the sellers. We didn't go into the real estate offices. Instead, they had us pull up to a parking lot. The closing agent came out and met us at a car.
Yeah.
And it was a half an hour thing where we signed all the documents in the car.
Yep.
And that was it. We did that twice. And we sold both townhouses. And part of selling the townhouses was for us to get some debt paid off.
Yep.
And it also gave us a good nest egg that we could put away. And with the money that we didn't have to spend on mortgages and stuff like that, we were able to put towards the purchase of our RV.
Yep.
And so that happened in June. In June, we picked up our travel trailer, and the weather was much better than it is now. Actually, it's just cold. It's not that bad. It's just cold.
Yeah.
So once we bought the RV, it was time for our first season of RVing. And you know, if you've been following along, you've gotten to see what our first season of RVing looks like, and also a lot of what we're thinking about for 2021. And what else happened? Oh yeah. So throughout this year, Michelle has also been working on completing her master's degree. And what is it, just a week ago? She finished up, last week, she finished up her last day of internship. And throughout the entire COVID pandemic, she's had to go in to the actual place that she had her internship, right?
Yep.
So we are,
masks, 8 hours a day.
Masked on, social distancing, all that, and we are amazed that she somehow did not contract COVID, which is great.
Yeah.
What else happened?
wedding got canceled?
Oh yeah. So coming into 2020, we were planning a wedding to get married in Mexico. We already went to Justice of the Peace and got registered. Our wedding was supposed to be in April.
Yep.
First we decided to push it back to November, but then as the pandemic wore on, it just became apparent that the right thing to do was to cancel it. The deal was that we could push it to November, and the day that we have, the last day to cancel, without any kind of liability for us or our guests. I mean, we lose our deposit, but outside of that, without any additional liability, would have been August 1st. Well, August 1st, everything seemed fine. So, or at least like it was kind of on the decline a little bit. If we think back, we probably would have said, let's go get it. In hindsight, the rise would have happened and we would have been out of, not us, like we'd be out of our deposit, but then our guests wouldn't have gotten their money back.
Yeah.
So we didn't want that to be on our conscience, right? So we decided the right thing to do was to just cancel and wait for another day. So that's the down part. There's a couple other things that we have in the works. We're trying to refinance right now since mortgage rates are really, really low. And the last thing that we've been really preparing for is a little baby. Oh, you can't see it, but there it is. There.
9 months pregnant.
Yeah. So Michelle got pregnant in April. It was pretty quick, actually. You know,
Yep.
I was like, maybe we should wait. And she's like, well, let's not try. And not trying became pregnant.
Yeah.
So on top of everything, you know, we've been trying to manage through Michelle's pregnancy.
Not getting COVID.
Not getting COVID. You know, in the next couple videos, you guys will see some of the progress that we did. You know, we were able to make the best out of this situation, being pregnant during COVID.
Like most things in 2020, this has also not gone as expected.
I would say you had a pretty good pregnancy.
Yeah, it's been good up until this little.
It's been uneventful until this this last little hurdle, but yeah, I believe we'll get through it. Yeah, next couple videos will show you a little bit more on how we're doing in terms of baby prep, all the things that we've done, and some of the things that I've been able to think about for having a baby in the RV next year. So we're gonna finish up our walk now, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Later.